Excellency, I'd like to congratulate you for an excellent job. We actually didn't expect anything less from an action governor.
Sure.
Now, my question has to do with access of the citizenry in Lagos. If we have 23 million people, the question is, what's your plan for these citizens of Nigeria who are Lagosians to access government services, given the age of technology, particularly with respect to the fact that businesses today or economies today are driven by small, medium enterprises. We keep talking about mega, investments, but there are Lagosians who want to access government services so they can contribute their quota to the development of the state. What's your plan to use technology to provide access to governance? Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for that question. If there's anybody that is tech-driven, I'm sure it's the person that is speaking here. Well, if I had my way, I would obviously want every service in Lagos State to be done through that same platform that I have actually mentioned. But the truth is this, yes, we want that to happen, but we need the infrastructure to allow it to happen. It's not enough for me to have the application, but again, I need the hardware and the infrastructure to drive it. How much of the taxes that I'm getting from the citizens can I use to now devote to technology, so to speak? So we are limited by the resources that we have. It is not politically correct right now in a recession to say that we want to increase taxes. We're not going to do it. But again, we can get more efficient in the collection machinery that we're using by also applying technology to improve on our collection machinery so that we get more taxes to be able to serve people. But like you've just said, the ability to be able to permeate the SMEs, the artisans and individuals is our major drive. And that's why we've decided we're going to have an employment trust fund that is 25 billion. We're committing 6.25 billion every year for the next 4 years.
Yes.
That money is not for the big investors. The money is to be able to tap into the SMEs and tap into the creative talents of the younger ones and be able to just allow them to rise above what it is that we think is poverty. And then in doing that, we'll continue to also say that we're going to use our identity card project to allow people to be identified, and then more importantly, to use it for data planning, economic planning, and financial planning, so that each person can use that same technology that we are trying to do to have access to the services that we are providing. It's Herculean. So obviously sometimes you want to do it in a PPP way. We've already awarded a contract here, and then we're doing it with Thomson Reuters, in which we are going to do a GIS and then be able to identify all the properties in Lagos State and be able to identify every individual. And I can tell you, we need a census of those who are living in Lagos. We need to know who are our residents. We need to know who are the people who are coming in and going out. Without doing that as the backbone, you cannot actually allow a whole lot of people to have access to the services. So it's something complex, but it is doable. And then, we start from the foundation to be able to say we create the infrastructure, and then we now go to the level of data planning and then financial planning without creating so much stress for our people to say we want to increase their taxes or we want to increase the fees they're paying. And like I've always said, there's nothing called government money. Every kobo that we get as taxes from the citizens, it's what we're using to do the infrastructure back. So So it's not our money. What we have just done is to say that we should represent you to be able to use that to create all those services and the assets you have talked about. So I just believe strongly that the more efficient we get in collecting from everybody, and then the more willingness from our people to be able to pay their taxes without us running after them, the better for all of us, and then we'll be able to deal with the assets.
Thank you so much. I'm so proud to say that